So tell me why you were mad at me at mini golf stands.
Come on, A-Track, tell him.
Stan's a piece of shit.
Wait,
Dude.
not your stance?
Weapon!
Weapon!
I bet.
Staniel is, you know how he's like sometimes goes into rule stickler mode?
Yeah.
Does
He
he?
gets like weird.
I don't know.
He gets weirdly aggressive about minute things.
I'm the same way. Are we the
Yes,
same?
kind of similar. You
Yeah.
are somewhat similar to him. Like he's very aloof half the time, and then he'll be like, no. Like he'll get like something's bothering him. Like if I get too loud at a restaurant, that peeves him.
He's like me.
He's like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop or I'm gonna leave. Like he's got hard lines.
Aw.
Some are reasonable and some are fucking insane, like at mini golf. And so he did this rule at mini golf where one, the person who has the lowest score goes first in the next hole. So it changes every single hole. Which is a little weird because I usually do.
That is how normal golf works, isn't it?
Yeah, but what we do mini golf normally is like a set nine order and then first 9, then you switch for the back 9.
Sure, yeah. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal, no. But then his other rule is person in the back always has to hit. All right. And then third rule is you can never hit unless you're the furthest back. So it's kind of an addendum. And then there are no markers allowed. So you can't like put something in lieu of a ball.
That's dumb.
In mini golf?
Yes.
Bad rule.
Is that
Why?
that's a mini golf specific rule?
No, this is a stand specific rule.
Why does he? Because he didn't want a slime situation. He
Is
didn't
that
want to
not a
Uber
rule?
home.
No.
What he's trying to do is make it so people knock each other's ball around more.
He's trying to maximize knocking balls because he says, well, it makes the game more fun. Like it's
He's
what the game's about.
knock-maxing.
Yes. And so already like I'm a bit tilted and then I enter a hole where I'm like 2 feet away from the hole. There's a ball in between me and the hole.
Oh,
like
really?
directly there. I can only putt. It's like, and they could just sink it in if they wanted. And I look at stands like a fucking child. I go, can like they hit it in? He goes, no, you got to hit it. So I just do it begrudgingly. It hits the ball. It diverts. He laughs at me. And then he goes, yeah, they probably could have hit it in.
That's fucked up.
Next hole, there's a point where my ball is directly next to another ball. And I can only hit my ball with the very tip. Like I can't use the full club. And I go, hey, can I place a marker to move that? He's like, no markers. And I was like, okay, can I just hit the ball? He's like, no, if you hit that ball, you stroke out. I'm like, you're making this up. I feel like a little brother with an older brother who's making up golf rules.
Why did you let this happen? Why'd you let him run wild?
Because he was the rule dictator. And then anytime I would bitch, they would call me out for bitching and whining. And they'd say, you're sliming it up. So you set a fucking bad precedent where I would be a slime if I complained too much.
Oh, I like that. I should have showed up to take a heat off you.
I genuinely would have had a much better night if I Ubered home.
See?
Yes, I'm slime pilled.
Let's fucking go.
Slime was based and right the whole
Yeah,
time.
maybe the chuckle fucks do make it hard to have fun.
All I did was harsh the vibe, and then I just played one-handed for the rest of the day. Got like 100.
You played one-handed for like a meme?
Just because it didn't matter. I was so far out, there was no way to get back in it.
He took his
Who won
ball
your
home.
game?
I didn't know you got so tilted. That's so cute.
I don't even know. That's the worst part. I don't even know who won because they never counted it up.
So what happened is we ended up.
I trolled. I'm so mad.
Aiden like planned to go mini golfing with everyone, and then it turned into like 20 people, and I was like, well, that's too many people, and then I fell asleep, so I never went. But who? So everyone had to break up into groups. So who's in your group?
It was just the chuckle fucks, the wives, and me.
Oh,
Because the Atrioc showed up late and I showed up a bit late, and then they had the large group.
Yeah, we broke into groups of 5 because there's 15 total.
Oh wait, there were 3 groups?
Yeah,
3 groups
I was
of
in a
five.
different group
Okay.
as him. Yeah,
interesting.
we were like everyone was like silently playing to be the best of the day, like whoever had the best score of the day, and we played the same course but in different groups.
Any bread?
No.
No money.
All the people who would have bet bread were in separate groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do 1,000 a hole, bro.
And so at the end,
yeah.
at the end
that'd
of
be
the
stressful.
at the end of like the course, so Dawson is having maybe the worst game of mini golf you could possibly have as a
Dude,
human being on
I
Earth.
love seeing Dawson
And-
raw like
and
that.
he's ultra tilted because he just keeps overhitting, and we're making fun of him. Me and Mike are on the same team, so we're just like oh, big Doss, like you gotta wait till the meter's halfway up.
there's this little cutscene. There's this little cutscene in Mario Golf where you watch Waluigi hit back and forth across the hole like 10 times, and that was Dawson on every hole.
Oh
Dude.
no.
Was it the divot holes?
It was all of them.
Oh, tough.
Yeah, it was just rough. It was just I won't go into it.
He doesn't eat meat, so his eyesight ain't too good.
And at the end of the hole, Dawson is like, he's just extra riled up, and you know how he gets, so he's just like fucking with me, right? And I'm having like the game of my life. Like I am smoking everyone, and I'm like, oh wait, you think I want no looker this one? Think I want no looker it? And so I go up and I go for a no looker. It's like the easiest shot of all time. Like if I look at the ball, it's just gonna go in. It's like maybe a foot away. I no looker and I miss. And so that puts me in a position where I have 2 extra strokes, and I'm like, whatever. I'm still fucking smoking everyone. At the end of the game, I lost by 2 strokes to Aiden
No way.
for the no looker.
You did the mech Falcon Punch.
Yeah. So I went for the
Oh my
swag,
God.
lost, and it cost me everything.
Damn. I respect the swag though.
Yeah.
You got to swag
I was
out.
sad.
I will say-
I thought because he was. I heard him like saying from like his team like that he's having a terrible game. But at that latter half of his game, he got like multiple
His
home
back
runs.
nine. His back. His
we
back
got
nine.
Back nine was insane.
That guy's back nine.
That might have been one of the greatest back nines on that course it's ever
To
seen.
go to back nine. Hey, you got to do something, by the way.
What?
When you set up group activities, you have to plan dinner.
No, that's
No.
too much work.
Well,
You just delegate it out.
No, you can't because he didn't do. That's fine too, but he didn't do that.
You know,
either.
Yeah,
you know what?
sure.
The day before, I realized dinner wasn't planned, so I tried to do it, and I just couldn't find a place with vegan options that was nearby. And I didn't realize that people would be willing to travel as far as we did.
I
Yeah.
do not think it is necessary to plan dinner after a group activity that ends at like 9:30 or 10 p.m.
Well, we had a conversation that you said dinner would be good, so I assumed dinner comes up naturally.
What
But
you
that's
do-
like
Hey,
that's me assuming you want to take on that role
At
of
least
planning
he
dinner.
planned
Because
something.
I've planned the mini golf, right? I planned this like multi-hour activity. I said like let's play mini golf with a big group. Let's maybe like play laser tag after. Like that's how this was initiated to everybody. And then we got our big group. And then you asked Dea of like do you have a dinner plan? I'm like, no, but it like could be good if you want to do that.
What if
And
we
then-
did a big mini golf tournament and only other podcasts could enter? And we deemed the
Ooh,
biggest
and it's like group
podcast
play.
of
That'd
all.
be hype. I would love to play against Pod About List because I think they're funny.
We can get them. We can get Chapo.
I would love to fuck up Michael Barbaro.
Oh, I would. No, it'd be a parking
Did
lot
I tell you?
situation.